Are you wondering what other soft herbs you can use besides basil, cilantro, and parsley? That's what we'll explore today. Hey folks, my name is Joyce Manalo, Certified Health Coach. Nice to meet y'all. Thanks so much for dropping by. I make videos for people who want to refresh their healthy habits, and cooking at home is one way to elevate your nutrition. This is part 4 of the Herb Basics series, where we continue with soft herbs. And in the last 3 videos, we prepped basil, cilantro, and parsley, and even made pesto. This week, we're going to prep special soft herbs like chives, dill, and mint. And what makes these special is that they come in these plastic containers, and also that they're not as easy to find, and sometimes they could be a little costly for the amount that you get. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to prep these soft herbs and how to store them. Let's get started. What you'll need is a bowl to put water in so you can rinse your herbs, and some paper towel. Fill up the bowl with cold water. Okay, we'll start off with some chives. As you can see, it looks like it has been bunched in this container. So take the stems, the part that looks larger and thicker than the others. So you want to grab all of your chives by the thick part of the stem. All right, and we're going to use this part as our handle, and we're just going to dip them in there. Do this pre-wash to make sure they're nice and clean. Okay. And then after you've dipped them in there a few times and rinsed them off, go ahead and put this on top of some paper towels. Next up is our dill. Just open up that container, and again, look for the end of that stem, which is right here. And they have been folded into this container, similar to the chives. All right, and we are going to do the same thing. Use this bottom of the stem as a handle and dip the leaves into the water. Okay, and we'll place these on top of a paper towel as well. Next up is our mint. So open up the box. Looks like the stems are up here, so let's grab that. And they are not folded in, they are just this length. So we're going to use the stem again as a handle and dip the leaves into the water and shake them up just a little bit to get that excess water off before you put it on the paper towel. We're going to allow this to air dry for about 10 minutes, and while we do that, we're going to prepare the containers that they're going to be stored in. These are the containers that have been rinsed off. All right, and it's okay that they're not dry. Okay, it's nice to have a little bit moisture in these containers for storage of the herbs. And I'm taking some paper towel that are half sheets, and I'm going to fold them in half. Okay, and make a little crease like this and pull them apart. Okay, all right, so now we have these dry towels, and they're going to go into these containers like this, and these herbs should be good for about another 5 days or so. Chives are different from scallions, green onions, or spring onions because they don't have bulbs at the end. They're fully just leaves, and that's why they're considered herbs. All right, and as far as the spring onions, they have a very strong onion flavor in the white part, and then it becomes milder towards the green. But in comparison to chives, chives has an even milder oniony flavor, plus a little bit of garlicky flavor. So if you're not into too strong of flavors from garlic or onions, chives is the way to go. All right, and chives are great for omelets, maybe egg salad, tuna, or chicken salads. You can even use them on top of russet potatoes or baked sweet potatoes. Dill is great for some topping for open-faced sandwiches, especially the one that has smoked salmon in them. And dill is great with Greek yogurt, cucumber to make some tzatziki sauce, and for pickling. And then mint, you can also use as a savory application making it into a mint sauce for some lamb. But you can have mint as tea just as it is. You don't have to pull out the leaves. Just put the stems in, hot water, 5 minutes, you're good to go. And then you can use them as a topping for ice cream, sorbets, fruit, and even use them in cocktails like mojitos, caipirinhas, and mint juleps. Now that our herbs are dry, we can store them into their containers. So go ahead and grab your chives and kind of bend them a little bit, gentle bending, okay? Doesn't have to be perfect. And we're gonna place them into this box that we lined with paper towel, okay? And we'll close it up and put it in the fridge. Like I said, it should be good for 5 days. We'll take care of our dill the same way, grab it by the stem and kind of fold it into itself. Just be gentle with it and place it into the box that's lined with paper towel. Okay, go ahead and close that. Again, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, and lastly, we have our mint. Grab it by the stems on the bottoms and just place it into the box along with the loose leaves. All right. Go ahead and close that up and we're ready to use this for later. For the chives, go ahead and line up the bottom of the stems as best as you can. And we're gonna just chop off a bit of that stem to get it nice and even, and so we have a fresh end to work with. And we'll just take our knife and we're just slicing in an up and down and sliding motion to get these nice little pieces of chives. If you're curious about cutting it this way, please check out the video on how to cut onions 7 ways. These are our chopped chives. You can see how tiny they are. Perfect for toppings and a little flavor. Next up is dill. So go ahead and remove any kind of yellowish leaves or stems from the pile. So now we can go ahead and pick off the leaves that we can use for our open-faced sandwiches, and we're going to use our fingernails like we did for cilantro, parsley, and basil to remove the tender leaves that we can eat. Okay, just like that. Lastly, we have our mint, so go ahead and take the leaves off like you would basil. All right, use your fingernails to snip them off. Take the stem off and stack them up as you would with basil, and you can check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. Okay, just stack them up like that and see if you can roll it into a little cigar. Okay, and like I said, just with the basil, we are going to make these into little ribbons. This is our mint ribbons or mint chiffonade, and if you need them to be in smaller pieces, you can go ahead and chop this chiffonade up even more to make them into smaller pieces. This is minced mint leaves. Now that y'all know how to prep chives, dill, and mint, I challenge you to experiment with new recipes and taste new flavors and make your dishes look a little fancier. Let me know what you end up making in the comments below. Next week, we're going to be making some tzatziki sauce with the dill. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share, or hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you have, thank y'all so much. Remember, you deserve to be happy and healthy, so stay true to yourself and do you. Catch y'all at the next episode.